Well, good afternoon. Awesome to see partners in the legislature. All pretty excited about seeing who on earth this guy is coming. I think I see, yeah, there's some pretty good 55s that are excited to see Fred here, as I am. District 41, you know, I think that the best way to say it, I want to say thanks to the Speaker for being here, Secretary, for joining us, and let's just call it life happens. And sometimes circumstances change quick, and we have to swivel and we have to make decisions. I felt it was very, very important to be prudent and responsible to fill the vacancy in District 41 as quickly as possible. That's why we did not go through an application process. We got a short session. How many days are gone already? We got to get to work. We got to get things done. We're incredibly unfortunate that we have a member of the District 41 that is a couple that has extraordinary integrity, credibility, and did so many things for Nebraska, whether it's in Howard County, that region of the state. And I've had the privilege of knowing Fred a long time. Our interactions have been nothing but extraordinary from my seat. Had the privilege of appointing Fred late 23. Fred served, if you remember, the session of 24 and the special session of 24. So he comes to the party tomorrow ready to roll, comes to the party with great wealth of experience in the legislature. He'll be an asset from day one. I want to brag about Fred a little bit before I introduce Senator-elect Meyer. Fred and his wife, Kate, spent their life in St. Paul, longtime farmer. Fred grew up in Cumming County, graduated with UNL, degrees in animal science and egg education. He was appointed by Governor Johans in 1999 to serve on District 6 in the State Board of Education. We won election 2 times. During his 12-year period on the board, he served as vice president, president, obviously all leadership positions, and he's been honored many times for his involvement in community affairs and agriculture, multiple civic and professional organizations, and we just came from Ag Builders, and it was important for Fred to be able to be a part of the annual meeting today because he's been a part of that a long time. I got to see Fred do things in places nobody ever talks about. His love and passion for rural Nebraska, his love and passion for kids. Fred's a sideline auctioneer. And
very sideline.
Auctioneer, you get to find out what people's hearts are when you're at 4-H, selling kids livestock that they spend everything. And the guy that has the mic has an incredible impact on how kids feel when they walk out. And so there's absolutely, my view of the world, Fred and Kay Meyer, they're second to none. Congratulations, Fred, and a gigantic thank you.
Thank you. There's a lot of very familiar faces here, and I believe me from the bottom of my heart, thank you for being here. And thank you for the opportunity to do this again. A couple of years ago when Nebraska hired their current baseball coach, my wife gave me a T-shirt that says, "Go Big Fred."
I think it was basketball.
Or basketball. And then she added, they're not talking about you. So continuing down those themes, we all watch Nebraska men's and women's. They're both doing fantastically. And the way they play and the way they contribute, and everybody has a specialty and everybody contributes and everybody plays as a team is what makes them what they are. So for 3 weeks ago, I started saying no when I was asked about this opportunity because it wasn't in my agenda to do it again. I enjoy my lifestyle at home with my wife and my grandkids, all pretty close. I'm semi-retired. I just enjoy our life there. But about 10 days ago, Coach Pillen started looking down his bench, and there was one guy on the end of the bench who didn't want to make eye contact with him. And he said, "Meyer, you're in the game." So that's why I'm here today, because I believe once you're in the game, then you give it your all, which I promise to do to my fellow senators. I promise to work hard on the issues that are in front of us. We all know that there's some budget deficits, and it's a short session, and the opportunity for any kind of new spending is just not probably going to happen. But that's okay. Sometimes we have plenty of laws, and we don't need any more. So if we can be efficient with our time in this session, do what we need to do, I will contribute whatever I can, whatever knowledge and expertise I can. I think I'll be on a couple of committees. They haven't informed me yet which committees I'll be on. But I pledge to do my best to serve the people of Nebraska and the 41st District. So with that, thank you for being here.
I think next we'll go ahead and have Secretary please come up. So Secretary Edmund, if you come up and we can do the swearing in. Thank you for being here. Appreciate it.
And may I say that I had the privilege and pleasure of serving with Fred on the State Board of Education, and during my tenure there, Fred was the president of the State Board, and he did an exemplary job in that position. It wasn't always easy, and I very much admired Fred's leadership and his style of leadership, so I'm talking like you're not in the room. So it's now my honor and privilege, Fred, to administer to you the oath of office. If you'd please raise your right hand. Do you, Frederick C. Meyer, solemnly swear or affirm that you will support the Constitution of the United States and the Constitution of the State of Nebraska, and you will faithfully discharge the duties of member of the legislature, District 41, according to the best of your ability, and that at the election at which you were chosen to fill said office, I don't know, a vote of one, you have not improperly influenced in any way the vote of any elector. You haven't accepted, nor will you accept or receive, directly or indirectly, any money or other valuable thing from any corporation, company, or person, or any promise of office for any official act or influence for any vote that you may give or withhold on any bill, resolution, or appropriation. If so, say, I so swear.
I so swear.
Congratulations, Senator Meyer.
Thank you. Secretary Edmund.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
We take questions from the press. Yes.
Does this feel like a full circle moment for you, Senator Meyer?
Yes, it does. The first time I was appointed to this position, of course, Tom Breezy had held that for 7 years, and everything was new to me. The process, the hiring, staff, and everything. This time, I have experience of that, and I think I'm much more ready to hit the ground running, so to speak. So I'm ready to go to work. Years ago, I was at a candidate debate for some legislative candidates out in District 41, or whatever the number was 20 years ago. And one of the candidates kept saying, I will do this, I promise to do that, I'm going to do this, I want to do this. And it really struck me that when you're one of 49, it's not the I that's going to get anything done. Without working with a group of people and the relationships that you build in the legislature, you can't do anything. So I hope to be part of the team in the legislature that gets things done and as efficiently and as quickly as possible.